Hello. As Andy said, my name is Jodi Felkey, and I've been a member of the Carriage House for about 11 years. Thank you for your support of a place that's been a beacon of hope for me and many others on our lives' journeys. In order to understand what the Carriage House means to me, you should know what brought me through those doors all those years ago. My story begins much like anyone else's. I made my way through life in school with the usual ups and downs and social anxieties. I went away to college where my mood swings and anxieties intensified, although to those around me I appeared to have it all together as I excelled both socially and academically. I graduated from St. Francis College with a bachelor's degree in nursing and passed my RN board shortly thereafter. I landed my first real job and felt as though my life was taking off and I could leave all my old emotional difficulties behind me. However, life had different plans for me. Shortly after graduation, I was laid off from my first nursing position. There was no nursing shortage back then. I was devastated, and this event catapulted me into my first suicidal depression from which I thought I would never escape. At the age of 23, I was hospitalized for the first time on a psychiatric unit. This first hospitalization was followed by a countless number of other hospitalizations, secondary to self-injury, suicide attempts, dissociation, and desperate depression mixed with periods of high energy. I spent time in group homes, acute hospitals, state hospitals, and day treatment programs. I tried every kind of therapy, both individual and group, and a countless number of medications. I was beginning to feel as if I would be nothing more than a hopeless psych case forever. I'm not sure why I first decided to try the Carriage House. In fact, I distinctly remember avoiding the Carriage House when it first opened. I wasn't at all clear as to what went on in that big white house on Lake Avenue, but I was quite certain that it was far too unstructured for my needs. After all, I was a chronically mentally ill adult and in need of a mental health professional to tell me what to do and how to spend my time. Today, I look at that first period of not attending the Carriage House as a missed opportunity. Fortunately for me, that opportunity was not lost forever. When I was ready, the Carriage House was there, and it didn't take me long to realize how lucky I was to be there. My first days at the Carriage House are a bit surreal to me. I remember just sort of wandering around from room to room, probably with my mouth gaping open in amazement. Here there were other mentally ill adults doing real work as colleagues and friends. There were no groups or organized activities, no staff-only meetings or closed-door treatment planning, no off-limits desks or offices, and there were knives in the kitchen that weren't locked up. Now, you may laugh at this, but at that point in my life, that was highly symbolic of the trust and the relationships in the clubhouse. Also important in the dynamic was that the staff treated me as if I were valuable and equal. They were not therapists or case managers, but co-workers and allies in making our clubhouse the best it could be. I didn't have to show up at a certain time or spend a set amount of hours, but when I did, I was needed. I'll say that again because it's very important. I was needed. You see, I feel like many people who struggle with mental illness go through our lives feeling as if we're consumers or patients, that we need service, but rarely experience the real joy of being unequivocally needed. This very powerful feeling, along with many other aspects, truly sets the clubhouse model of rehabilitation apart from any other form of mental health treatment. Over the years, the clubhouse has helped me in a countless number of ways. I've made lifelong friends and have experienced in full the true clubhouse culture. I've gained a knowledge and experience in many areas, and I've found a place where I can try new things without fearing the scorn of others if I don't quite get it right. I've worked in a few transitional employment positions, and with the support and encouragement of my Carriage House family, have worked independently back in the field of nursing. These nursing positions have been relatively short-lived, but that's okay because I'm always welcome back, and with each work attempt, I'm finding things that do and do not work for me in the workplace. And I'm hopeful that at some point, I will find a position where I can utilize my nursing skills and knowledge in a behind-the-scenes way. Until then, I'm happy to have a TE placement at the Allen County Public Library, and I'm finding that being in a quiet place and putting things in order is quite enjoyable. My life is not perfect. It won't ever be. I still continue to struggle at times with my moods and behaviors and have needed the support of the hospital on occasion, but not nearly like I used to. I would have to say that I'm far from where I've been and not quite where I'd like to be, but I'm here with my family, and with their help and support, I'm on my way. Thank you again for your support, and I hope you enjoy your evening.